I'm Ted Keys in Pasadena, California. Welcome to my Tuesday conference call, a free high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top producing freight agents. Go to tedkeysonline.com for complete call information. Then join us weekly to see new, serious, struggling, and experienced sales professionals move more freight efficiently, effectively, effortlessly, and make more money financially. So watch my recorded call topic highlighted there on your screen right now. When you're finished, go to tedkeysonline.com and hear more podcasts. Read more blog posts, watch more videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your business today. Enjoy watching and applying my Tuesday conference call.
Hello and welcome everybody again to my Tuesday conference call. Ted Keys, your host here, calling you from sunny Pasadena, California. This is a call I do every Tuesday afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. It's a call where I show you, I direct you, I guide you how to make more money in the freight industry by being more efficient, more effective, by moving freight more effortlessly so you make more money financially. My topic today on this call is words that freight agents cannot be afraid to use. Let me say that one more time. Words that freight sales agents can't be afraid to use. Really, this is going to boil down to 3 words, but I'll get into that shortly here. As usual, open up one of those emails that I sent all you on my call today. Down at the bottom will be a number of attachments. Let's go ahead and go over those attachments one by one in any one of those emails that I sent you today. So let's go ahead and scroll through that, open up that first attachment way down on the bottom. As usual, the first attachment you will see on every call is our Green Meadows Productions leaderboard. Again, I'm not going to draw attention to any name there in particular. However, congratulations to those of you who are on there that can actually see your name. One of your main goals is when you become a freight sales agent for our office, Green Meadows Productions, one of your first goals is to get your name on this list here, get your name on the board, and then work your way up the categories or category that you fall into. That is why I show this on a weekly basis, so you can see the progress that you're making. Okay, and again, congratulations to all of you that are appearing on this month's leaderboard, or I should say last month's leaderboard. Let's go ahead and move on from there, folks. I'm going to move out of there, and I'm going to talk about our topic for today, which is, as I said, titled Words That Freight Sales Agents Can't Be Afraid to Use. Now, this applies to any sales profession. However, because we're in the freight profession, these are words that you as a freight sales agent cannot be afraid to use. Let me explain more in detail. Now, how often have you experienced a time of silence during a sales call because your prospect asked you a question you didn't know how to answer? How many times does that happen? Well, I can guarantee you this. With me, it's happened many times. I'm going to venture to say that it's happened to you as well. Now, if you've been in this position, don't worry. It happens on freight sales calls more than you think. That's why I just told you happens and has happened to me on a number of occasions. The common reaction for most freight sales agents is to get back to the parts of their freight service that they're most knowledgeable about to move the conversation forward. However, what about the question your prospect just asked you? I mean, are you just going to blow it off? Well, after all, if you just forgot about it and keep talking about the benefits of your freight service, they'll decide to buy eventually, right? I'm going to tell you right now that if you don't confront it or you don't look into it, the odds are not in your favor. So if ignoring their questions and hoping they go away doesn't work, then what will? That is a question that I propose to you right now. What should you strategically do when your prospect poses a question you don't quite know the answer to? All you're going to do is you're going to say 3 short words. What are those 3 short words? Those 3 short words are I don't understand. I don't understand. I will venture to say right now that if my wife Maria is asking me a question and I don't know what she's saying, those are the 3 words that I use as well. I don't understand. What do you mean? While some freight sales agents may be afraid to say these words and reveal that weak link in their armor, I'm going to explain why in 6 different ways that this phrase, I don't understand, is your best option when you may be stumped in a conversation with your freight prospects. So here are the 6 ways, or 6 reasons why you should and will utilize this phrase, I don't understand. Here's the first reason. I don't understand allows you to clarify. Let me say it again. I don't understand allows you to clarify. And understanding exactly what your prospect is saying allows you to avoid this deal disrupting miscommunication later on down the road. That's because you're clarifying. With this opening, I don't understand, your prospect can explain the question further so you can gather as much information as possible before you respond. So you're asking them to clarify, hey, I don't understand what you're saying. Can you please clarify that? The second reason why you can't be afraid to say these words is I don't understand provides an opportunity for you to follow up. I mean, real simple. What a great advantage. I don't understand provides the opportunity for you to actually follow up with your prospects. I mean, if you don't have a reason to, well, here is a reason to use this so you can actually follow up with them. In the event that you do get stumped with a prospect, saying you don't know but will pursue the information with someone who does creates, as I said earlier, that perfect opportunity to follow up after your call is over. And you can add value to your follow-up by providing that requested information that they ask for while impressing the prospect, most importantly with your diligence and your commitment. It shows your prospect that you're committed. You're a committed sales professional. As I said on many times before, 9 out of 10 sales or so-called freight sales agents are not diligent. They're not hard workers. This is just going to show your prospect that you are and that you're serious. So it allows you to clarify, and it allows you the opportunity to follow up. Those are the first 2 reasons. The third reason is I don't understand allows you to increase your knowledge. Wow, what a great reason to ask that. I don't understand allows you to increase your knowledge, certainly with this prospect, certainly in the industry. And from now on, you'll know how to properly inform your prospect seeking similar information about what they asked you. A knowledgeable freight sales agent is a trustworthy one, and any opportunity you have to gain information is one you want to take advantage of. So the third reason is it allows you to increase your knowledge when you use that phrase, I don't understand. What's reason number 4? Reason number 4 is I don't understand. That statement allows you to become more likable. And who doesn't want to be more likable with your prospects and future customers? Now, recent studies have suggested and proven that being honest makes you more likable. I mean, it's that simple. Instead of feeling like you don't know what you're talking about, a prospect will likely be impressed with you, a freight sales agent who admits that they don't understand something. Everybody else comes across with all their words, acting like they know everybody. When you do the opposite, This proves your honesty and your willingness to be upfront. So that's the fourth reason, and that is it assists you to become more likable. Reason number 5, let me go over reason number 5, I don't understand enables you to ask better questions. Let me say that again. I don't understand enables you to ask better questions. So instead of just moving on to the next part of the call, which is what most people do, use the phrase, I don't understand, to gather more information about your prospect and gain insight on how to refine your questions. And after all, asking the right questions can assist your prospects and future customers to paint a clear picture of their businesses, their plan, and most of all, most important, their pain, because it's the pain they're going through that actually, in most cases, allows you the opportunity to move their freight. It's typically because they're in some sort of pain that you are going to solve the question or the problem to. So with additional information, you can adjust your strategy to fit exactly what your prospect is looking for. So reason number 5, real quick, it enables you to ask better questions. Reason number 6, I don't understand prompts your prospects to use their own words. Let me say that again. I don't understand prompts your prospects to use their own words. 1 second here, folks. So let me just say that again. It prompts your prospects to use their own words. Now, instead of attempting to rephrase the prospect's question for them, prompting them with, I don't understand, gives your prospect the freedom to explain their situation and pain in their own words. You, the sales rep, can now get insight into how this prospect views their pain points, which is incredibly valuable when trying to tailor a solution and sell your value that you provide. So saying, I don't understand on a sales call is not the end of the world. In fact, for a lot of you folks that actually use it, it's the beginning. And freight sales agents can strategically use this phrase to uncover a prospect's meaning and give a genuine response by being and sounding honest. But remember, your prospect isn't going to have all the answers. It's acceptable when you don't either. So put the focus on the relationship and providing value, and you'll be fine. So let me just go over real quickly these 6 reasons why you can and will use this phrase, I don't understand. The first reason is it allows you to clarify. It allows you to ask your customer, hey, what is it that you actually mean? The second reason is it provides an opportunity for you to follow up with them if you don't have the answer for them right away. So call number 2 is a follow-up call with the answer that they're looking for, preferably a SAP. Reason number 3 is it allows you to increase your knowledge. If you have to do some research, you're only going to gain some more knowledge either about the industry, about the prospect that you have, or the industry that they're in. So it allows you to it allows you to increase your knowledge. The fourth reason is it assists you to become more likable. That's reason number 4. Reason number 5, it enables you to ask better questions, not just then, but certainly in the future. Because if you keep getting this response, if you keep after using this response, I don't understand, there's a reason for it. But let's put it this way: if you do the research once, you shouldn't have to do it again. So based on that, it's going to allow you to ask better questions. And reason number 6 is it prompts your prospects to use their own words. After all that, all I can ask you is this one question: do you understand now? That's the last question I have for you on this topic. Do you understand now why you are to utilize this phrase, I don't understand? So, on your sales calls tomorrow, time after time after time, when you don't understand something, just throw it out there, I don't understand. Moving on. Let's go ahead and go through our Remember When We're Calling series. As usual, I'm going to have 5 documents that I'm going to go over. Again, moving on to that third document. Let's go ahead and open that up there. And believe me, all of these documents here have something to do with our topic. The first one is remember. Again, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers. If I told you to utilize this statement, just do it and do it now. Don't even think about it. You have the authority to do it. Just like Nike says, just do it and do it now. Remember that when you're calling your prospects and customers and you're stumped on an issue. Just say it. I don't understand, and say it right away. Let's move on out of there. Open up that fourth document, that fourth attachment. I'll say it again. Remember when you're calling your prospects and customers. Again, this has everything to do with the topic we just went over today. Be real. When you utilize this statement, you're being real. I mean, you're showing your realness to your prospect. You're showing you're not being the person with all the words and all the answers. When you say, I don't understand, you're being real. And here's the reason why. It's easy to spot an insincere sales agent. How? Like a skunk in your family room. They both smell terrible. So when you use that statement, I don't understand, that's showing your realness as a professional freight sales agent. So be real. Let's go ahead and move on to our next document here. That'll be the fifth document. Remember when you're calling your prospects and customers. I've gone over this many times before. Prepare for each call by asking, how can I assist this person? One more time. Prepare for each call by asking yourself, how can I assist this person? One great way by assisting them is by being honest, by being real, and saying, I don't understand when they say something that you are not familiar with. So prepare for each call by asking, how can I assist this person? Let's go ahead and move on out of there. And let's face it, before I move out of here, that's why we're able to move freight, because we're assisting them. Typically, as I said earlier, we're assisting them with some type of pain, something happened where they finally say, hey, I'm going to give Ted here a shot to move my freight. He's showing me he's consistent. He's showing me that he's persevering. I hear from him minimum once a week. I've got this issue. Ted, help me out. Assist me here. Let's go ahead and move on to our sixth attachment. Our sixth attachment is, again, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers. Again, this goes hand in hand with the phrase that I went over. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. One more time. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. It applies here when you use that phrase, I don't understand. Because every time you call somebody, there's going to be something that they say that you don't understand. So practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Continue to ask that question so you get better and better and better at your skill set and at this profession as time goes on. Let's go ahead and move out of there and open up that seventh attachment. Starting off again with, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers. This deals with anyone that you're on the phone with. Treat everyone you talk to as the most important person in the company. Let me say that again. Treat everyone you talk to as the most important person in the company they just might be. And that goes hand in hand, again, with this phrase, I don't understand. The secretary, the person answering the phone, might say something to you that you don't understand, throw it at them as well. Hey, I don't understand what you're saying. You don't have a logistics manager. Okay, do you have a transportation manager? Do you have a shipping manager? Apply it to everyone that you speak to in that company, because those folks you're going to be talking to again, because eventually you will get their business. You will be building relationships not only with the shipping decision maker, but with I shouldn't say almost, but a lot of other individuals in the company as well. So treat them and talk to them as they're just as important as the shipping decision maker, because they just might be. All right, let's go ahead and move on to my 8th document there. I'll say it again. As you know, folks, I am a strong believer in God. I'm a strong believer in God's Word, the Bible, and believe me, if I'm going to be a strong believer in it and attest that it's assisted me with a lot of success that I've gotten in life, I'm surely going to share it with you. So, opening up that 8th attachment, which is titled My Bible Insight, my topic for today is Godly Freight Agents. Godly freight agents are enthusiastic. Boy, how many folks have you come across that they just have no life and no soul in them? They've just got no energy. You almost want to shake them just to wake them up. Well, let me say it again. That is the last thing, or let me just say this. That's the last thing that you want to come across as being dead. Your goal is to come across as being enthusiastic, just like I am right now, and that's what godly freight agents are. Godly freight agents are enthusiastic. Where do I get this from? Well, in the Bible, I take it from Colossians, the 3rd chapter, 23rd verse. One moment. And what it states is, whatever you do, do it enthusiastically. This is just right out of the Bible. Whatever you do, do it enthusiastically as something done for the Lord and not for men. So not only should you act enthusiastic, but do it enthusiastically as something you're doing for the Lord and not for men. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, let me explain. Let me ask you a question. Do you see each day as a glorious opportunity to serve God and do His will? Or are you enthused about life and your leadership opportunities? Or just struggle through each day giving scarcely a thought to what you're doing or to God's blessings and what He's given you? Are you constantly praising God for His gifts? Or are you sharing are you sharing His good news with the world, just like I am right now? Are you excited about the possibilities serving God and what He's placed before you, whether at home, at work, or church, or at school? Well, if you're not, you definitely should be. You are the recipient of Christ's sacrificial love. Accept it enthusiastically and share it fervently. Jesus deserves your enthusiasm. The world deserves it, and you deserve the experience of sharing it. So not only are you to be enthusiastic, share your enthusiasm with everybody that you see. How can we apply this? Well, Charles Kingsley, as we move on here with my document, puts it very well. He says, we act sometimes, let's face it, certainly in our country here in the USA, we act sometimes as though comfort and luxury were the chief requirements of life, when all we require to make us happy is something to be enthusiastic about. How many people do you come across every day and they've just got no life, no energy, no soul left in them? Really, all you require is something to be enthusiastic about. As Barbara Johnson puts it, just moving on in our document here, enthusiasm, like the flu, is contagious. We get it from one another. Of course, she means that in a positive way, but enthusiasm, like the flu, is contagious. We get it from one another. And E. Stanley Jones puts it another way: don't take hold of a thing unless you want that thing to take hold of you. So if your desire is to be enthusiastic, you've got to have something to be enthusiastic about. Just go ahead out there, set some goals, Make it your goal to be enthusiastic. Okay, great topic today. I'll say it again. Words that freight sales agents can't be afraid to use, and believe me, when you use them, be enthusiastic about it. Signing off here, if any of you on the call or are listening to this podcast, watching this video, have a desire to be a top-producing freight agent with our office, I'm the person to speak to. That's Ted Keys. My call number is 626-309-9141. Any questions about the topic that I just went over today, call the same number, 626-309-9141. Any questions involving our top-notch freight system that we utilize to actually move our freight and provide the service that we promise, call that same number, 626-309-9141, and ask to speak to Maria.
You've just taken a tremendous step forward by watching and applying my Tuesday conference call highlight. Do you desire to earn and learn with our top freight team and Christian-based office? Yes? We're searching for a self-starter who's serious, motivated, and ready to take action right now. Is that you? Go to tedkeysonline.com/contacts and enter your contact details. We provide top-notch freight agent sales training to you. Then you deliver those same skills with confidence to the freight industry marketplace. I'll talk to you soon.